if we put like some rockets on the Earth and just sped up the Earth, not the Earth's 24 hours spinning, just the zoom, zoom, just twice. If we hit the twice as fast button, the turbo, and we went around the sun twice as fast, a month would really be 30 days because our seasons would change. It would be so much quicker. I mean, it would probably mess up a lot of things, but
it would.
In theory, a month would be 15 days. So in theory, a woman would have a period once every 2 months.
But the hours itself that were existing would not change. So then it would, I mean, by the calendar, yeah, it would, but that wouldn't change the body's functions.
Rob said it would.
Oh, no, Rob.
Told you, Rob.
Sorry, Rob. Sorry, man. I don't know you. I'm sure you're an awesome guy. I've heard awesome things about you, but yeah, I'm going to stick with Corey on that one.
Stupid Rob. Told you, bro. No, we had a debate with a man named Will. Will loved that we brought that up our last week in treatment together.
Will,
the whole group. That was I pulled it out of my pocket because I had a chart and everything because we were serious about it, and I'm saying no, and
right,
it really, in theory it would still be the exact same, but the way the months would be, it would be
right.
Still it'd be once every 2 months, and we would live to 160 instead of 80, or whatever. But
that's all just people. It's all what do you call it? Records. It's all what you call a day. I mean, they did it for a reason.
And that's what Rob's saying too, is like, oh, but it's all time is relevant, time, blah, blah.
And it is. I mean,
squared or something.
No. Take the science out of it. No science. We don't need science to solve this issue. This debate.
Rob.
Sorry, there's no science involved here.
Things,
you can fast forward, rewind, whatever, the Earth, but what you call a day, they just use that as a reference because of the fact that the sun rose and the sun goes back down. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not going to change the amount of minutes in an hour.
No, because we're not speeding it up.
Right.
The rotation of the Earth. We're just speeding up the
day is the only thing that would really mess it up. I mean, it would still, right? Because it'd be shorter amount of sunrises, sunsets, things like that. If the Earth's moving faster.
Seasons, it would mess up.
But I'm just saying, in terms of if you just closed your eyes and didn't know what was going on, it would still be so many. It would still be so many seconds that you would have until your next period, if that's what you're worried about.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so that's what we like to debate on the 217 Recovery Podcast. We just haven't been at it for a while.
We can just check that one off the list.
So, here's my new thing about how to time travel. And how you can time travel is by not traveling at all, man. Like, same kind of theory with the whole rotating thing. All right. If I were to get into a plane or some kind of device, whatever, and took off to Los Angeles, I just went west. And if I was able to maintain that same speed, like once I got to, say, LA, whoop, so here I am in this ship.
Mm-hmm. What's your time travel music?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm, getting like, I wish you could see the reactions of my face right now because I was really hitting like Mach, or what do they call it?
Mach speed?
Yeah, Mach speed. I was hitting it. Kicked me back in my chair and everything. I think I got whiplash now. Anyway, so get to LA. Or a stopping point. But I stop, but I don't. I just keep going that same speed. It's like I hit a little clicker. So I hit them at destination point. Click. And from then on, I go the same exact speed in the opposite direction that the Earth is going in that direction. So I'm moving, but I'm not. See what I'm saying? Einstein, my ass. Yeah, I got this. All right, let me use my vape stuff here. Okay, so here's the Earth. It's spinning. Spinning. So, okay, the Earth is... That's horrible. Okay, so the Earth is spinning. Mm-hmm. And here I come. Here I come, baby.
That's LA?
Because the Earth is going the same speed this way that I'm going this way. Mm-hmm. So it would stop time.
And then anytime you're standing still.
Bro. Because it would never change. It would be the same sun. It would be the same everything. Because I would just be right there in Earth's hemisphere. So I'd just be there. Like, stuck.
In a plane.
In a moment in time.
You're saying because you're in a plane, it's different than if you were on the Earth?
Yeah. Yeah.
If you were standing on the Earth,
I guess if I'm on the ground,
going
I'd
with
run
the
into
Earth.
the ocean, and that'd be the problem of it all. So,
Right.
whatever I would be in would have to have a fuel line that just, or whatever. I mean, whatever device that one dude can come up with, the Tesla guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that guy. Whatever, damn, what's his name? I can't, help me out here. The rich guy, Musk, Elon Musk. Mm-hmm. He could build this. He's got money. Mm-hmm. And I'd be willing to do it. But I wonder if I would age it all.
Yeah.
Because time technically would be standing still, right?
By what? By how? Because you're keeping track?
No,
by what?
Because I'm right there at karate mode. Like, like, oh, Jesus. But you know what I'm saying?
Kind of. I'm trying. I really am. I'm sure you're onto something.
I can't believe Einstein didn't think of this.
I don't know.
See, I don't think they had airplanes back then. Well, they had airplanes, but not like... They had no Top Gun airplanes. Mm-hmm. And now we got secret stuff, like UFO stuff. Mm-hmm. That's real. That's real talk.
Yeah.
That's a shout out to my boy Gabe. That's real talk.
All right.
He wants to do a podcast, and I was like, all right, that's cool, man. And he's got a few months sober, and I like the guy, but he's like, we could call it real talk. And I was like, how about you call it real talk? Or maybe you want to call it something else. And I was like, you call it real talk. And then every episode, you have to add a reel to it. So by the 20th episode, it'll be real talk.
That'll be a real long title.
I know.
Pretty quick.
He's like, is that because you don't think I'm going to keep up with it? I was like, man, we'll see how that goes.
You said it, not me.
Yeah. But it's interesting, though, the people that, hey, I want to do a podcast. I want to be on. You know, like Jamie, I haven't talked to him since the podcast, you know. Mm-hmm. And, there's some that are like, yeah, he sounded like he was drinking then. And, you know, I kind of suspected maybe, but, you know, who am I? And if he wants to put himself on blast like that on a podcast, anybody can listen to it anytime.
Yeah.
You know, that's on him. You know,
right.
I kind of figured maybe that's what he needed. But, yeah, I haven't heard from him. So, you know, it sounds good at the time. And they want to pump you up. And they want to, I want to do this. And there's no need to pump my head up. You know, you don't need to, hey, I want to do a podcast. Or, you're not doing anything for me. You know, if you want to really do it for yourself, then you can do it and make that commitment. And podcasting is for everybody. You know, I did this because this was my background.
Right.
You know, if time traveling was my background, I'd be time traveling right now to stay sober.
I bet you would.
You know, if, I don't know.
I can't say that I ever thought that I would be doing this.
A podcast?
Being a guest on a podcast.
There's a lot of
doing
things that
doing
podcasts.
Be
doing.
Oh, jeez. Anyway, but
I just want to say hi to your dad.
Yeah.
Hey.
But no, I mean, I love it. You know, and I used to be, I guess I used to be really nervous, but it's not. It's just talking about my day in recovery. Things that cross my mind, things that cross your mind. Time travel.
Yes.
You know, the real important stuff.
Like
the real important stuff.
Yeah, the real
stuff.
Real talk.
No, but it's great. It is. It's an opportunity to kind of get, you know, my thoughts out that maybe I didn't even realize I was having, you know, about how my day went and things that, you know, I'm I need to deal with or focus on. So.
And a lot of people tell me, and I guess it's just, I don't know, again, it's for me, it's second nature almost. But people tell me, even people I've interviewed, like rock stars, they're like, "Oh, the interview's over?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro, like that was the whole interview." They're like, "I didn't even know we started." You know, I'm like, "Yeah, I've been recording this the whole time. It's a good interview." Dude, you can't air this and that, and I'm like, "Yeah, I got it, man." Like the FCC will probably not let me air most of that anyway, so don't worry about it. But I think it was when I interviewed Billy Gibbons. It was the first time I kind of realized, like, hey, I'm getting pretty good at this, because he was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean it's over?" And I was like, "Yep." So I said, "No, not really." But a lot of people will tell me though, because first they're scared or nervous, and they're just like, "Oh, it's just like we're just talking."
I know. There's lots of times I think about that. We'll be having a conversation, and I'm like, "We should be recording this. This is good stuff."
Yeah, and then it's time to do it. I'm like, I don't know what to talk about.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, but that's life, and we're having fun though. And I appreciate you being on. Like, I know you got to go to work and you got to get out of here and stuff. And you had a good idea that I might do next week, and it's. I mean, there's like what 200 and there's 159 hours. That we have on here, but there's like 200 podcasts, over 200, like maybe 250. And you thought, hey, go back and play some of those ones again, because it's hard. I mean, I don't know how many people are going to scroll through April of last year, to hear when I had 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and it'd be kind of interesting to do that. But I think if I went back and, selected some moments as like a best of show kind of.
Yeah, well because that's where I was going with that. And I think that it'd be cool too, because you have an idea at least of which podcasts, even going back as far as when you first started them, would be like good ones to listen to re-air. And even if you, after listening to them and picking out the ones that you think would be good ones, even put them on the days that we don't air normally. Or whatever. And then just you could do a little thing at the beginning before you play it about that it's a throwback and why you picked it. And I think it'd be really interesting because how much has changed. I mean, every day we're changing. Every day things are different. How we look at things, how we feel about things. And to revisit that is going to be pretty interesting, I think. See how much you've grown,
How much fun we've had.
Yeah.
Do like the top 10 Chris Goss moments.
Yeah.
Top
Stuff
5
like that.
Ryan moments, or the top 10 how Rob was wrong moments, or even Matt had someone. You've never met Matt, but even he had some funny stories about one time he said he fell off the porch and onto like a fishing pole. I guess I can't remember exactly what his dad said, but it was pretty funny. Maybe his nephew. Somebody had said something to him that was hilarious, and you could tell he wasn't like proud of it, but it happened. It was very embarrassing for him. But yeah, Matt he was in the actual room with me in 217. Rob and Matt were, and quite a bit of fun in that room. But when I got out, went to Nathan's house 2. They were already there, and that's why I kind of chose to go there. And then Trevor came in. He was in room 217. Ryan came in. Not Beckman, but a different Ryan. He came in. He was in room 217. So it was like, what are we going to call this thing? One of the guys in the house was like, well, you guys are always playing those 217 games. You guys can play some 217 stuff, And I'm like, all right, 217. So it was going to be 217. That's it. And then 217.com was taken. So I was like, damn. Oh, 217 recovery, which fits way better than just 217.
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean? That's, I don't know. I'm glad it was taken. But if you hear Anna do a podcast, she'll be like, go to 217.com, which is not a good site to go to. But
well, yeah, I think it's a good conversation starter, too. I mean, it's obvious enough, like wearing our gear and stuff, supporting 217 and what we do and what we're about. It's an easy conversation to have, at least in my experience. I think you know.
217 recovery.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they don't